Hey guys, welcome to my channel and thank you so much for choosing me today. We have recently celebrated our 4-year wedding anniversary, so I thought it would be fun to have an anniversary Q&A, a couples Q&A, and this will be like we'll be doing a lot of like introspection.
Even though I haven't seen the questions, but okay.
He's lying, he has seen the
I've
question.
seen the question, but it didn't give me time to think about them.
I think it's very important to like go back to basics.
If you're getting married, to use these questions first.
Oh, well, it's for in general. Did you always picture getting married in your life?
At first, it was a no. So, growing up, I never thought I'd be married. I had a fear of being married.
Why?
I don't know. It's like just a commitment thing, and then I have to buy groceries and oh,
But you bought groceries anyway.
for someone else's house. Yeah, sure. Now I have to remember everything myself. No, but when I was growing up, I liked the idea of it. Um, and then when I reached around the 25-year-old like threshold, I was like, no, I need to get married. Like I couldn't live with my parents anymore. I needed to be with someone. Yeah, so I think it did. And after I got a bit more mature, I thought about it.
Okay. Yes, I've always pictured myself to get married. I didn't know to who though, obviously, but I always knew that I wanted to get married. I just like the idea and concept of being married. However, when I got married, yeah, it's a lot of work, but we'll get into it. I want this video to be like honest and
Okay.
raw so that we can learn something,
I hope you're learning.
especially
I hope you're listening.
we can learn something and maybe realize things that we hadn't before, and it's just beneficial for viewers
And us.
and us especially. How did we meet?
We met at church. One day Pam saw me across the room and she just gunned for me. No, I'm lying. We met at church through something we enjoy together, which was music.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much, that's pretty much how it started. It was music that started. How I got her number was through music as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, yeah, it was a church, um, common circles of friends. Um, and then one day was one day,
Yeah.
pretty
Well,
much.
that story matches mine, so
Really?
what he said. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What else happened? I can't think of any.
Well, no,
Nothing.
it was just common circles. We'd
Yeah.
often go to the same camps. Um,
Yeah, we were like acquaintances. It's not like when we met, like we, my
yeah,
lord, my lady.
I would like that,
No.
but okay. Who am I?
Anyway, how did you know I was the one that you wanted to marry?
I can tell you that on the first day when I started talking to you, it just felt natural. It just felt, I've done a lot of shit in my life, but it felt as though I can't say shit.
You can.
No. I've done a lot of stupid things in my life, and I think on that day when I was talking to you, um, it just felt like I could do this conversation every day, all day. It didn't feel put on. I didn't feel forced to continue talking. I didn't feel bored.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's like it was easy. It was natural. Uh, it flowed. There was no silences like like when you're talking to someone and you're dating with that person, you'd be like, okay, I'll chat to you later because you're running out of things to say.
Yeah.
It's like we didn't have that.
Yeah.
We could talk for
Ever.
like 2 hours.
Even now.
True.
He phones me like numerous times a day.
I need to know who
But then
you're
you also
standing
don't like texting.
with. I hate texting. So I'd rather just pick up the phone and call you and be like, let's get all out of the way and then we don't have to text for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Um,
And then you'll phone again and you'll be like, oh, and by the way, what I forgot to mention.
I mean, that makes it easier because
Yeah.
I'd rather talk to you, like talk to you than to text, and then there's a lot of misunderstanding when it comes to texting. Like you
Yeah.
never understand exactly what I'm saying, as opposed to when I'm talking to you, then you
The
get
tone.
context of
Yeah.
what I'm
And
trying to say.
tone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So same question for me. Also, I also felt like it was easy and natural. Like even though we hadn't known each other for a super long time, I felt like we had known each other for a long time. I
Yeah.
felt like every conversation was easy. And also the thing about me, because for females, for women, a woman is always pursued. Like that just comes with the territory for women. There's always a guy that's texting us. There's always a guy that, wants to get to know us. But it's really special when a guy who is pursuing you or who is showing interest in you, you find in yourself that it's mutual.
Mm.
Like that's also another thing that was important. Like, okay, fine, it's all fun and games to get attention from a particular man or whatever, but if it's not mutual, it means nothing. So I liked his attention. I liked how intentional he was. Like what made me want to marry him is one of the facts is he never ever like made me feel like I didn't know where I stood. Like if you wanted to do something, you wanted to do something. He came out bluntly and said, look, I want to be in a relationship with you. He wasn't like, I sorta kinda. I don't know. Like I hated when guys like
They're
they leave
unaware.
you to do the shellering when you came to me. I'm like, what do you want? What do you want? Don't waste my time. We are shela, and then you're still asking me, so what are we? What are like just leave me alone. So he was very intentional. He wasn't shy to let people know that he's with me. And I wasn't used to that.
Excuse me.
I wasn't used to that. Um like that, how you like put me on like princess mode from the beginning. I'm very spoiled, actually. Like
Glad you know that.
you put me on princess mode from the beginning. He let everybody know he loves like being affectionate, like holding my hand. He wasn't shy to love me. And another thing, okay, let me not jump the gun. But yeah, those are one of the things where I felt like, okay, yeah, this I'm ready to jump on the bandwagon for. You were very intentional.
It wasn't just my good looks.
No. You were very intentional. You knew what you wanted and you put in the necessary steps to get there with me. And throughout everything, you made me feel very comfortable. I never felt like, and I was like 100% at peace, had no reservations. Like, I just wanted to get the ball rolling sooner than later. What is your favorite quality about me? It's taking too long, eh?
I like that there's consistency.
Really?
Yeah, in your behavior. I like that. My favorite one is that you know where you stand.
Mm-hmm. In terms of what?
Morals, I should say.
Yeah.
I know. Okay, my favorite one is that you're my greatest defender.
Okay. Even
And
though sometimes you get upset with me.
I always get upset with you. I always do.
But like I do it because I like I cannot stand. Okay, so this is the problem with Sebastian, right? He is somebody who will sacrifice himself for others. Now, there are instances and circumstances where that is okay, but there are definitely instances and circumstances where that is not okay. You can't keep elevating people at the expense of yourself. Not even for me.
Yeah.
So this is why when I feel like you're being taken advantage of, or you're just trying to keep the peace, I'm like, no, this is not what we are doing. This is why I like fight. I even fight with him, because he's like very nurturing and catering, and he's soft and not. I mean, you still are your own man. You still can, lead and take things on. But in some cases, I'm just like, no. You are going to put yourself first in the situation. This is why I go back wild.
Back wild. No, I think the greatest thing that I like the most is that you're supportive in the things that I'm doing. I'll give you a good example. If I wake up one morning and say, okay, love, I need to give this to someone,
Yeah.
you wouldn't question why I want to give it to someone.
Okay.
You'd understand that I would have understood the need and I would just do it. And and if someone says something stupid about a decision I've made, and you'd be like, no, he spoke to me about it, we did it together. And
Yeah.
I think defending me feels like I don't have to explain myself to people, which I never have to do sometimes. But some people like to question, but. I think that plays, like, I've always got someone in my back pocket.
Okay.
Like, even if I have to go out in public and be like, I'm selling my house. I'm like, you're stupid. Your children need a home. But you'll be like, no, he's selling the house because we need a big house, obviously.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Okay, so my favorite quality about you, I think you're super consistent. That's why I was shocked when you said I'm consistent.
No, you are.
feel
You don't change the way you behave just because
Okay.
it suits a certain situation. I can tell you one thing for real. If I don't like it, whoa. If I don't like it, okay, you don't like it. You're the only person that doesn't like it. And then you just carry on with your life.
Okay, but I feel you're very, very consistent, and like you're still the same.
Oh,
Like-
that's nice.
Like from when we started talking to now, like it wasn't just you trying to impress me to get into a relationship. Like you're genuinely that person. Like you're still, and you're very, very, very considerate. You're consistent and very considerate. I'll tell you a story. He doesn't know about this story. So there was a day I was at work. It was a Friday afternoon, and I was especially just mentally exhausted. So on a Friday afternoon, we take our nanny home. And on that Friday, I was just so tired. So I just asked him, like, I wasn't like demanding him to do it. I was just asking, just to see if maybe he'll take her like afterward, because I get home first. So naturally, I will take her to her taxi stop and then come back home. Like, oh, do you mind taking our nanny? Because I'm feeling so tired and I just want to get home and start cooking or whatever. I just want to, I don't want to have to get home and then drive out again and stuff like that. So he was like, he would have, but he had, spreadsheets to complete. He had urgent deadlines, etc. So I was like, okay, fine, cool. So I drive home, okay, and as I sat down, literally, as I sat down, and he calls me and he's like, please send her down. I'm in the parking lot. What? I was like, oh, Jesus, thank you. Because I was so, like, that's what I'm talking about. You're super, I don't even think you realize it sometimes. But, like, that to me, I don't, like.
I just tried to make things comfortable.
Chef's kiss. I was like, what? I can continue sitting. And I was like, you can go down. Sebs is here. I was like, that is the most, I don't care. Like, I don't need rings. I don't need, like, expect, like, that to me was like the best thing ever. And I just felt this relief, like, I don't have to drive out again. Like he legit, and he said that he had like deadlines and stuff, but he drove home, and you basically got home the same time I did. Because as I sat, I got your phone call.
I think I remember the day. I felt like if I sat here and finished these things, I would have done it wrong just for the sake of doing it.
Yeah. So that's what I mean. Like you're very consistent and you're very considerate. Those are like my favorite qualities.
Okay, thank you.
Next question. What is your least favorite quality about me?
Fatigue.
Fatigue. No, you can't. Like that. Like what? I'll only stop feeling like that when I don't have woman things happening to me.
No, that's my only thing.
No, I feel like you're lying.
No, I think maybe I should say irritation.
What irritation?
Because you get up with irritation on your face.
No.
Like woe is me because I had to get up in the morning.
Well, in my defense, I am not a morning person.
Regardless.
No, but
man.
No. It's not like I started being that way. Ask my mother, ask my brothers.
It's still my least favorite thing about you.
Listen, in the morning, before we got married and before I had to move out, my brothers are also not really, like, I don't think anybody in my family is a morning person.
Your mother even onboarded me when we were dating. Like, so Pam is like this. In the morning, she's lazy. It's like I put a gun to her head for you to wake up. Like, I'm forcing you to.
I start waking up and getting excited about life at around 10 a.m.
It's like it's my fault you had to wake up.
And then I wake up. Oh, I was saying, like before I had to move out, my brothers and I would literally just walk by. We wouldn't greet because we're all still waking up. And he is like, and I'm just like,
it's like my kids.
It's like, shush.
My children do the same thing. They're like, morning, daddy.
Morning.
Morning, sunshine.
And I'm just like,
no, that's my least favorite thing. Like, put in an effort to be present. That's all I ask.
Okay, well, my least favorite thing about you... Wait, I have to think about it.
You have a lot. Because you're forever giving me the dog box.
No, I'm not.
You gave me the dog box yesterday.
What did I do? No, yes, that's my least favorite thing, actually. Thanks. It's live and active right now. He always assumes. And it actually makes me feel like I'm going mad. He always assumes I'm upset. I'm actually not. You always assume. You know why? This is where his over catering becomes a fault, because he tries so hard to make my life less easy and
less difficult.
I mean, less difficult at his expense. Like if he feels I'm waking up in a bad mood, which I'm not. I'm just not a morning person. He'll want to overwork himself so that I don't complain about anything. But I've said this to you before. It shouldn't be that way. If you need me to do something, I will do that something. Like if I need to sweep the floor, I will sweep the floor. Like it's not, like I'm not, nothing I never ever said, you have to wake up in the morning, you have to make sure my tea is done, you have to make sure breakfast, you have to make, you put that on yourself because of your assumption.
You know what?
And then he gets upset with me for something that I didn't even say that he should do, because now he's frustrated because he's overtired, and then I'm like, I didn't even do anything.
It's because
you put it on yourself.
I can't see the camera now, so maybe let me just show you what you look like when you don't want to do something.
But that doesn't mean, like, who enjoys chores? Do you enjoy chores?
I do.
Then you go forth and prosper. Like if I want to do something, I will do it. I'm not the cooker. Like I don't love cooking, but I know because I come home earlier, I want to make sure that the food is halfway ready or ready by the time he comes home. Now, just because I don't like cooking doesn't mean I'm not gonna do it. Like I'm not like a dog. I'm not gonna make you come home at like 6:30, 7 o'clock, and then you must start dinner when I've been at home since a certain time. Like just because you feel I don't like, you must ask. Actually, you must ask, because then you create your own frustrations, and then you're upset with me when I don't even say anything.
I don't get upset. I just park it.
He gets upset.
I just park it.
Ay, Suga. Next question. Which bad habits did you have to unlearn in our marriage?
Bad habits.
Yeah, like when you got married, did you realize, or if you didn't feel like you have bad habits, then fine. Okay, I guess that's your.
I think I've been so. One thing that I can.
Is there a bad habit, or is there something that you realized was like a bad habit that was not beneficial to the relationship that you had to give up?
One thing that I've always decided to do, especially now, is that I'm who I am.
Okay.
I've never had to undo things about myself just because I think it's bad for our relationship. I think I grew in it. What can I say? I think maybe expectancy. Like I expect you to do certain things. I think I had to undo that.
Okay.
How do I even explain that? Like maybe like this. Okay, so I'll get up in the morning and my first thing that I do is to make the bed. Like I expect that to be everyone's job. Like if you got off the bed, the least you can do is to dress it. And I think I had to unlearn that. And I'm still unlearning it because I still get frustrated.
Because we're not the same. We don't operate
Exactly.
the same.
But I still get frustrated by it. But I don't do anything about it because it'll get done. Even if before midnight, it'll get done.
Okay. One thing that I had to unlearn, because I'm very inward. I internalize everything.
It's frustrating.
I'm still learning actually to unlearn the bad habit of silencing myself. So if there's a challenge, my default is to close in. I don't want to talk. I don't want to just leave me alone. I'd rather stay like that until I feel I'm okay. But obviously that's a bad habit. I can't expect.
It's not bad. It's filthy.
So I had to unlearn that internalizing, because it's not good for any relationship. If there's a challenge, I have to talk it out, even if I don't want to, which I'm still learning. I'm not perfect, but I feel like I've progressed a little bit. We haven't really had we haven't really had major outbursts.
No.
Not like.
No, I don't fight. You're the one that fights. I don't fight.
So which is something I learned about myself. And
I still get the silent treatment.
Like I don't, but this is my thinking, right? My thinking is I'd rather keep quiet, because I'm the type of person, if I do talk in the heat of the moment, I will purposefully
hurt you
and intentionally say something to hurt you, so that you feel as hurt as I am feeling in that moment. So I would rather keep quiet, like give me an hour or two, so that by the time I come back to you, I want to adequately explain why I reacted or why I said what I said. Okay. That's actually, because I would rather be silent or rather give you the shoulder, because that
shoulder
cold.
Yeah.
I would rather give you the cold shoulder, because I can't take back words that I've said that have hurt you.
It happens all the time.
Don't lie. It doesn't.
You gave me the cold shoulder yesterday. I even took the children to bed. I even left her watching Titanic herself.
But that's a bad habit. I have to better my communication skills. So that's something I've picked up on myself because he is such a talker. He wants to.
I don't care how angry you are. We'll talk.
Which good habits did you have to adopt in our marriage?
Saying no.
Okay.
I think I had to learn to say no. To a fault there, and as you said, I like to give, even if I don't have. If someone has less than I do, I want to help them. Like I
Yes.
really want to help people to
You've
bring
got
them to
itchy
the
pants to help every Tom, Dick, and Harry.
yeah. So I want to make sure that people are the same playing field as I am, to a fault that I
Which is
sometimes don't have.
is a good quality, but as I said, not at the expense of yourself.
Yeah, I know that, but sometimes it's easy stuff. Like it's big stuff, but it's small stuff.
The small stuff is fine, but like life changing stuff.
Yeah, I'll give you an example, which you supported. One of the people that I know didn't have a fridge,
Yeah.
and we put money together to buy this person a fridge. One of the people that didn't have a fridge, we got them a fridge. Like I want to make sure that people have necessities.
Yes, that is perfectly fine. But let's talk about one where it was not perfectly fine.
You know,
Okay.
like taking a cell phone contract for someone.
Yes. How are you paying for a cell phone for somebody who's not your family, not your bestie,
Not in my life anymore.
not in your life? How are you
I was just being
incurring
kind.
those?
I was helping.
No. Maybe you could have helped
Well,
him with
you know
like
what?
500 rand. Okay, here's a start off to save up for your phone that you are going to pay for. But I'm not going to take a contract for somebody who's not necessarily in my
I should
life.
also say that even though I'd like to say I was gullible, yes, but also people knew how to play.
Yes, and you see, this is where I come in. Okay,
Yes.
this is where I'm like, let's assess the situation.
I had to learn.
You had to learn, and you have like come a long way.
Yeah.
We still got some more to
Oh,
go.
shush. At this
Because
point-
if it were up to Sebastian, we would move out, live on the streets, and he'll put all the people in a help in this house. But shame, we live and we learn. Right. Next question.
Your turn.
What's a good communication? Is a habit that I'm still learning.
Sometimes she replies to me in my head. Sometimes.
I have to be a better talker because my default is to just be quiet. I'm introverted. I don't want to deal with it. I don't like confrontation. I don't like being vulnerable.
You also don't like people.
You don't have to tell everybody that.
No, so one of the things she has
I'm
to
an
learn
introvert.
also. You are, but one of the things that you have to learn is people skills, which you have grown a lot on.
Yes, like now I will tolerate some people. Like if he's inviting people over, okay, fine. I'll show my face. But yeah, like communicate. But when it comes to us, I've had to learn how to, like, if you're asking me if there's a problem, yes, you'll ask me like 5 times before I actually respond. But it's because I don't like being vulnerable. And also when I'm upset and I start, like, it makes me want to cry, and I don't like crying. Like my anger brings out tears, and then you're not even hearing what I'm saying because I'm crying so badly. So I just don't want to, I don't like getting to that point, but we live and we learn.
True.
Next question. What is your love language?
I think my love language is affection
Oh yeah, you think. Definitely.
and consistency. Yeah, I think that's my love language. I'm consistent in the way I do things, and I think even though you think I'm consistent, I think about it.
What do you mean?
Like,
Think
okay.
about it.
I get up in the morning and make the bed. I think about it. Oh, she's gonna
You-
compliment the bed. It's made so
Ah.
nice.
So like words of affirmation, actually.
I didn't think about that, but
You, because all the time you'd be like, did you see how I swept the floor? Did you see how I made the bed? Did you see how I gave the kids a bath? And I'm like, okay, let's applaud a fish for swimming.
swimming. No, but for me, it's like
I'm kidding.
I
But
do things.
it's actually words of affirmation. You like it when, people,
I like to be noticed.
yeah.
Yeah, I like to be noticed for the small things that I do. Oh, you
Mm.
wash the dishes, thank you. Oh, you sweep the floor, thank you.
Yeah.
Like, just makes me feel like I did something. Like, you noticed, not like you just walk in the freaking floor for nothing and you didn't see that it's clean. Like, I cleaned up today. You didn't even say thanks.
I cleaned up last night. Did you sweep the floor?
Yes.
When? Look.
I'm not going to sweep every speck of the floor. I swept where I could see.
Just kidding. Well done. Thank you. The floor looks amazing.
Thank you.
And last night I packed all the toys.
I noticed this morning.
And what? You didn't say anything.
Well, you had enough time to think between when I took the kids away from you and Titanic, when I left you to yourself.
Anyway, my love language. What? Wait, what are the love languages? I think there's like 5. Mine is quality time.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is.
Quality time with me only.
Yes. Why must I have quality time? That is the definition of quality time.
It takes a village to raise a child.
Okay, fine. They go to bed. Excuse me. How many times have I said, "Oh, I want to go to a restaurant. Oh, I want to." How many times I check and I'm like, it's 6:30 and you're not home yet, because I want to have quality time.
With the couch.
No, what do you mean?
Because you don't sit next to me anyways.
I was sitting next to you yesterday.
There's 365 days in a year.
So I would say quality time
Okay.
is the biggest one. I don't care about receiving gifts.
No, don't.
Whatever. Everybody can receive a gift, but not everybody can have your time.
True.
So,
And you like physical touch.
yes. Abby, what is your definition of romance? I'm not.
Hanky panky.
I'm not surprised.
What is your definition of
Romance.
Definition of romance is sex. I think it's the ultimate expression of
Of
romance.
intimacy.
Yeah. And I like sex.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yours?
Mine is like the little things. Like how you considered like not making me drive and you took the nanny home.
Oh,
And when you make me a cup of tea,
okay.
when you take the crying child from me.
Yeah.
Like I like those things because it's like you thinking of me in the little things, not just the big things, not just the amazing holiday to Cape Town. I mean, I love those things. You can still take me to Cape Town or whatever, but because the little things you can experience every day. So that's what I love about, if I feel like I want to make a cup of tea, I'll make it for you because I know it's going to make you happy. If I feel like I want to cook your favorite meal, which is tin fish curry nowadays, then I'll cook it. I don't like tin fish, but I'll do it for him because it's in those little things where I can show him that, I'm thinking about you, I'm considering you, I'm preferring
and I eat
you.
it. I make sure to finish it.
He chows. I will have one serving and then he'll have the rest. And so it's the little things that you do. I love that. That is like super romantic to me.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna find your romance then, but no.
Next question. What is your favorite memory of our relationship or marriage?
My favorite memory in our marriage is the day when you said, yes, I also want to have a child.
Okay.
I think I can remember the date so clear.
Yeah.
And I even took your pills that you were on and I threw it away. I remember it so clearly. We had a bin in the side of our bed and we just chucked it out. So I was like, yes.
Yeah.
I remember that day.
I think I would go with our honeymoon. I liked our honeymoon because it's my favorite memory. No, let me say one of my favorite memories because I surprised myself with how comfortable I was with you. Like, because I'd never been married before, I've never lived with a man before. But it was back to that thing of, I feel like we've done this many times.
Mm.
Like, it was very, very comfortable. Even like on our honeymoon night, like I took a shower, took my huge dress off, took a shower, and it wasn't like nerve-wracking that there was a man in the next room. Like it was weird. It's like, oh, it's just Sebastian, my husband. Like I was excited, but it felt so like natural. Like
Mm.
I surprised myself. I was like, why am I so like, aren't I supposed to be nervous? Because I would hear stories about new brides would be like crying in the bathroom, like they're so scared, like, what if it goes wrong? And I was like showering, and it is weird. Not weird, but it's good. I'm glad I felt like that because I was very like comfortable.
Because I'm a good person.
Okay, next question. What would you like to see more of in our marriage going forward? Quality time.
We have quality time a lot, actually.
I'm only saying that because with two toddlers, it's hard. It's harder to like sit like this.
Yeah,
You
we
know what I
sneak it
mean?
in sometimes.
Yeah, but not just for freaking sex, dude. Like I wish we could
Go out and watch a movie.
yeah, like, oh, I miss going to the cinemas. Like I wish but I understand like the season we are in, because we do have two very small babies, and it's not just easy to go out. And I never like I don't like dumping my kids with somebody just because I want to go watch a movie. I know like the people in our lives don't mind, but we do have responsibilities. It's not like before,
Mm.
So
I
that's
think
the one thing, like date nights more
yes.
frequently or whatever. But that will come as they get older.
I think one thing that I would like to see going forward is just include yourself where I am, even if it means that you have to stand.
What do you mean?
Like if I'm
Where?
in the kitchen alone, just come and stand by me. Like
Okay. You see, that's me
I
learning
don't
something.
like
I mean, I
to.
know you like that,
I
but
do, and I don't like to be in the kitchen alone. I hate it. And a million times I'll call you, you just think that I'm irritating you. I'm actually not.
I'm not.
I actually have a fear of being alone.
Because Sebastian, every task he does, I just know he's gonna call me for something.
Because I have a fear of
Love,
being
come
alone.
see. Love, come see. I just know. Whereas when I'm doing something, like if I'm cooking, I only call him if I can't reach something, like if I actually need him to do something for me in the kitchen. But he will call me, oh, don't you want to just stand here? I'm like, boy, I've got a show to watch.
Yeah, like just pin those things. You can
But
always
yeah,
watch it in
that's
your own
something.
leisure. Like just come and
But I
stand and be
think,
present.
but I think now that you're actually saying it, then fine.
It's also because I don't like being alone.
He loves company.
Yeah,
He has
like
to
come and
have.
sit on the counter. Come and
He has to have. But I think that's a good thing, though.
yeah, I do. I
A good
really,
thing.
really enjoy it.
Okay.
Like it'll eliminate the frustration of you thinking, oh, he's calling me again. No, just put your phone down. Come and talk to me about the tomatoes that I'm cutting.
Okay. Noted.
There we go.
Next question. What is the biggest lesson you've learned in our marriage?
That it's not about me only. I've got to consider other people's feelings. Like, I gotta understand that just because I want something done a certain way doesn't mean it's gonna get done that way.
Well, I learned that I've got to be more like initiating.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but then to be honest, it's your fault because you Put
let me,
me on princess
yeah, so
mode.
I think a lot of the things that I struggle with now is because I have taken those responsibilities to do it myself to not make you feel like you're
Yeah,
overexerting yourself.
yeah,
And to a fault that you
yeah,
got comfortable that I
yes.
was doing those things. And now it's a frustration because now it's like compounded thing as I can't get to it now.
But just to give an example
Yeah.
of what we mean, like in the beginning of our marriage, we've been married for 4 years. So in the beginning, before kids, before even
While
when
kids were
George,
around.
yeah, he loves cooking. So he would always come home and cook, and I don't like cooking. So if he insisted on cooking, like, I'm not arguing with you. Go forth and prosper. Make the meal. Call me when it's done. I'll dish it up for you, But I realized that, what? In order to serve him back, I have to let that thing go of me hating to cook and like initiate cooking more. Just because he loves it doesn't mean he should do it every day. And just because I hate it doesn't mean I shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
So in order to serve him back, I started, saying, no, don't cook, I'll cook. And I've made sure to come home. I mean, we both get home late. It's just one of
I,
the disadvantages of being working
yeah.
parents. But I get home, I start the pot so that I know by the time he comes,
There's the meal.
there's something. So I've had to learn to
Yeah.
serve him back, because he can't just be treating me like a princess. Oh, I can't just keep my legs up. I have to get
And you know
up
that
and
helps so much only because I mean 4 years has been a long time. And a lot has
it's a
changed
long
in
time,
four
but it's a
years.
short time.
Yeah. And a lot has changed in 4 years and my job has changed. The way we do life is also changed. And that helps me in a way that I don't have that idea in my head like, oh shucks, I have to rush and do this because I have to go home and cook. Now that I know that there's that support that
Yeah.
you've taken that reign to do certain things has made it easier for me. I love cooking. If I had the opportunity to cook every day, I could. But just that it doesn't allow for that
Yeah.
opportunity because now when you get home, we have to eat and go to bed. That's pretty much what we do. So that helps a lot.
That's it.
That's the end of our what's
Video.
this video about things we've learned.
Wedding anniversary Q&A.
Yeah.
So, thanks for watching. If you've reached this far, if you have reached this far, give this video a like. Like, I care about
If you
likes.
want to. If you want to.
No, you must do it.
Okay, do it.
Like,
share,
comment. Let us know if you've answered any of these questions. What was your biggest lesson? Are you married? Do you want to get married? Let us know in the comment section.
How's it going? Tell us also how's it going.
Click subscribe if you care.
Get your friends to subscribe also.
Yeah, but this was fun. Thanks for being in my video.
You're welcome.
This is me, giving you words of affirmation.
I'm hungry.
You were amazing.
Mm.
And thank you for sitting down with me.
Okay.
And now it's time to fetch the children.
Okay.
Back to noise and chaos. Okay, guys, thank you. I will see you in my next video. Bye.
Bye.